scientists, are you ready to observe, explore, and discover? It's time for Fun Lab TV!
From sunny Los Angeles, let's go to the California Science Center with your hosts, Mariela and Monica.
Hi scientists! Welcome to Fun Lab TV here at the California Science Center.
Our show is made up of 3 segments that show you how science happens here, and everywhere.
First, follow us as we guide you through our virtual field trip. Together we'll explore the California Science Center and answer a question of the day.
Next, we'll ask you to get curious and make observations in Check It Out.
Wait, when do we do science?
Well, you may be thinking that since this is a TV show, you won't be doing science. Haha! Think again, scientists. Our final segment is called Stuck at Home Science, where we explore a science concept with materials you can find at home.
So scientists, that means you'll need some supplies. Don't worry, we'll give you enough time to get what you need.
Here's a list of the things you'll need for the show today. While you watch, have an adult help you find what you need. Today you'll need a camera phone, which is optional, 2 to 3 cups of ice, half a cup of creamer or half and half a teaspoon of vanilla, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 large resealable bag, 1 small resealable bag, 1 cup of ice cream salt or any salt, 1 spoon, and you'll need a pencil and a paper or a notebook for the whole show to help you keep track of everything we discover.
I think we're ready, scientists! On with the show! Hi scientists, welcome to virtual field trips at the California Science Center. Before we get started, there are a few things we need to go over. All virtual field trips will have a question of the day. And today's question is, how do the changes in an environment affect what lives there? This is the question we will be investigating today. Feel free to draw or write notes in your notebook to help you answer the question. All virtual field trips will also have a buzzword. Today's buzzword is survive. Anytime you hear this word, be sure to make check marks or tally marks somewhere in your notebook to keep track of how many times you hear the buzzword. Okay, I think we're ready for our virtual field trip. Let's go! Well, scientists, I thought we would start our day in the Roy A. Anderson Blackbird exhibit and garden. Let's go! Look! These prints were made by our staff to show you the types of animal prints you might see in wilder areas of Southern California. I know that these were made in concrete, so I know they aren't from something that just walked by, but if we look closely, we can find hints of living things living in this area. In order to survive in this garden, all creatures living here must have all their needs met. As we investigate our surroundings a little closer, we can find clues or evidence of living things, like this spider web. Wow, it's so big! Now we don't see the spider near its web, but we might be able to see things getting caught in its trap. All that yummy food is one way that this spider can make sure it can survive. Oh, and here I'm noticing these acorns that look like they've been eaten by something. I bet if I sit here long enough, I might find which creature was snacking on these acorns. Oh, you see there, scientists? A squirrel! The squirrels use these large trees as shelter. That shelter is protection from predators so that they can survive. And finally, this might not be the most pretty finding, but I see some scat. Yeah, I know, kinda gross, but everybody poops. And we can learn a lot from scat. If you notice, it looks like splatter. This tells me that the animal who left this waste behind was probably moving. This evidence can show us that some things are surviving well, some things are surviving less well, and other organisms might not be surviving at all.
Well, these clues help me to know what is here currently, but I wonder if this is what Exposition Park looked like millions and millions of years ago. I think it may be time to travel through time. Are you ready, scientists?
Whoa, scientists! We made it to a long, long time from when we started. What's that over there? It's a dinosaur! Ah! Remember how I mentioned that all things poop? Well, so do these big beasts. It must have been a really big scat. And now that I look around, the landscape looks so very different from where I began.
That makes me wonder, what changed? What caused the dinosaurs to not be seen in our current time? And how do we even know that they were even here? Maybe we need to go back to current time and find some evidence. Let's go.
Well, that was a lot of fun, but I have so many questions. As I look around, I'm noticing that the land has changed so much. I bet dinosaurs didn't have what they needed to survive. And now that I'm back here, it just hit me. It's fossils. Scientists use fossils to understand what lived in an area a long, long time ago. And I think I know where we can go find some. Let's go.
Scientists, look what I picked out. Fossils are the remains or impressions of a prehistoric organism preserved in petrified form, like this petrified wood, or as a mold or a cast in a rock, like this dendritic fossil. Scientists can also use rocks and minerals, like this geode, to investigate what an environment was like a long, long time ago. What are some things that you observe? I think I know someone we can talk to who will tell us how the California Science Center has changed over time and how that has affected what lives in this environment. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Lawrence. I'm the Senior Exhibit Developer here at the California Science Center, which means I help make exhibits.
So I know that the exhibits inside of the California Science Center have changed a lot, but I was wondering if you could talk to us a little bit about how the environment has changed outside of the California Science Center.
Yeah, let's go. And just like we're making changes to the exhibits inside the Science Center, the outside of the Science Center changes too. This front of the Science Center you see right here, it was built in 1912, but the whole rest of the building was built in 1998 to make room for all these new exhibits. We've also added planes and changed the landscape. And every time we change the landscape, it has the potential to change the kind of organisms that live here too. Let's go take a look at a new area that we just recently finished some new landscaping. The Roy A. Anderson Blackbird Exhibit and Garden. It's got some new organisms that moved in a while ago, and we'll go find out more about them. Come on. Changes we make around the Science Center not only affect the experience that you have when you come visit, but they also affect the kind of life we have living around the Science Center. We have all kinds of organisms, squirrels and plants and trees. This used to be a big flat parking lot, but by bringing in this garden, we brought lots of life that can survive here. One species that came in are western fence lizards. And they moved in, we think, in a big pack of mulch that arrived here, but now they've been surviving and thriving in this garden for up to 10 years. And their closest neighbors are like a mile away.
Hi scientists! Today we are going to be doing a nature sketch. In order for you to do this sketch, you're going to need your notebook, a pencil, and nature. Wondering where you're going to get nature? Well, there are a few ways that you can do this activity. If you have a backyard or a front yard, you can go there. But if you don't, you can find a window to make observations of the nature around you. Look closely. Nature is hiding in places you might not be thinking of. One other tip, scientists, you can go for a walk and take pictures on a cell phone and bring those back to do your nature sketch later.
Scientists, I want you to think about where you might go to do your nature sketch. Think about places near you that have plants. The nature you find might be small, but there is a lot you can learn about it. Maybe you have a tree nearby or a potted plant. Those are great options for this sketch. Maybe you might encounter other living things hiding in places where you take walks or as you drive through town. The most important thing is that we want to make observations of the same space in a few different ways. Without leaving the video, take a few seconds to think about what nature you might want to observe. If you want to watch this video more than once, ask an adult to help you get to our website. We will do our nature sketch over 2 rounds. Round 1 is Notice Nature. Here, you will draw and write what you see. Round 2 is Wonders of Nature. In this round, you will ask questions about the nature that you're drawing. For each round, time yourself for 5 minutes. If you need more time, you can extend your timer. Remember, scientists, we have a focus question. How do the changes in an environment affect what lives there? This will help guide us as we do our nature sketch. Okay, scientists, it's time to pick your nature. If you want to watch this video more than once, ask an adult to help you get to our website. Watch me first. Once you've selected the nature you will be observing, you want to be able to see it and have your notebook nearby. If you don't have a notebook, you can use a sheet of paper like me. As I am looking at this picture, I am noticing shapes and putting it on my paper. The nature I picked has so many things I could draw, but I just want to focus on a few things. I'm going to start with this tree. Notice, I am not erasing anything. It's okay to make mistakes, scientists. I'm not making a pretty drawing, I'm trying to get my ideas on paper. You can use words to explain what you see. This helps to explain your ideas to others. Here, I am noticing details on this tree. I am going to zoom in closer by drawing a circle like this. As I look closer, I'm noticing a shape on the bark that looks like the letter M. I'm gonna start by drawing that and then adding more detail. Using this technique helps to show others closer details that they might not see. Watch me first. In this next round, I'm going to use a pen so that I can see the difference between my noticings and wonders. You can use a pen or any coloring tool. Having two different colors on your paper will help you keep your ideas organized. In the first round, I drew this line to represent all the leaves on the tree. Since there are a lot of leaves, I wonder if there are animals that live there. Do you notice any evidence that there are living things where you're observing? Do you have any questions about what creatures might live here? As you make observations, remember the question of the day. How do the changes of an environment affect what lives there? Here, I notice the bench, which tells me that humans use this space. This makes me wonder, how do humans change what lives here? How might one organism affect another? Do you see any evidence of humans? Write that down. It was fun drawing with you, scientists. Before we go, check out these scientists and their finished drawings. Remember, scientists, if you want to watch this video more than once, ask an adult to help you get to our website. If you have a chance, tag us on our social media. Now, let's head back to the discovery room.
What a great field trip! Let's go over all the things that we did today. We explored the space and observed the living creatures that live in the area around the California Science Center. We then traveled through time to see what things looked like a long, long time ago, and found that fossils help us give evidence about the past. Next, we met up with Jennifer, who shared how things have changed here at the California Science Center and the lizards that have made their home here after we created an environment they could survive in. Finally, we did a nature sketch with Mariela, where we noticed things around us and how those living things survive. Do you remember the question of the day?
How do the changes in an environment affect what lives there?
Can you use the buzzword to answer the question of the day?
Survive.
Okay, scientists, it's time to count our check marks. How many times did you hear the buzzword? Drum roll, please. And the answer is 10.
We hope you enjoyed that virtual field trip. Don't forget these materials for Stuck-at-Home Science. Now back to the show.
Hi scientists, Louise here from the California Science Center. I'm actually right outside the Science Center in the Rose Garden, and I'm here to talk to you about Butterfly Awareness Day. Butterflies are so important to our ecosystems. Not only are they great pollinators, but they are also great indicators of whether or not ecosystems are healthy. So I thought I'd share some of our local species that you can keep an eye out for, as well as some plants that you might have around you that help our butterflies stay healthy. Let's start things off with the painted lady butterfly. Common to Southern California, their caterpillars will feed on a variety of weeds, including mallow, thistle, and daisy. Next, we have the tiger swallowtail. It's incredibly agile and fast, so it's hard to catch on camera, but a real great find. These are often found near rivers. Next, we have the famous monarch butterfly. An important fact to know about this butterfly is that its caterpillars only feed off of milkweed, the plant you see here, so it's a great plant to have around. This is the cabbage white butterfly. Originally from Europe, they have spread across the world, and their caterpillars feed on a variety of plants from the cabbage family. But you can find it in most gardens because they're great pollinators. You might be lucky enough to spot this beautiful native called the Akmon blue butterfly. Look at the inside of its wings. Finally, we have the California dogface butterfly, our state butterfly. These are beautiful, but quite rare to find. A fun fact about them is that they are sexually dimorphic, meaning that the males and females look different. This is the female. Now let's take a look at some plants to keep an eye out for if you want to spot some butterflies. Most plants with flowers will attract pollinators like butterflies, but some are better than others. Here you can see lantana, butterfly bush, and agapanthus, also known as lily of the Nile. There are also many varieties of lavenders, lilies, and sages to keep an eye out for. Many of those sages are actually native to California and are great at attracting pollinators of all kinds. I hope you have a wonderful Butterfly Awareness Day and find lots of butterflies. Please remember, though, to never try to catch butterflies, as they are very delicate and very important to our ecosystem. We hope to see you again soon at the California Science Center.
Stuck at home. Let's do science.
Hi scientists, I'm Evelyn from the California Science Center. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Great, World of Life. This is Gertie, and Gertie likes to tell us about food's long journey.
Whoa! Is that in every person?
Yeah, all of that is squished into our bodies. And when we eat things like ice cream, it goes through the whole thing.
Wait, did you say ice cream?
Don't worry, Monica. I think Evelyn is going to make some ice cream soon.
That is a really long journey, but I'm only interested in the beginning of that journey. It starts with my mouth. And here at the Science Center, we love to make delicious things using liquid nitrogen.
As you drop the liquid ice cream mixture, the liquid nitrogen causes the fat and the water particles to stay very small, causing the droplets to instantly freeze.
That was really cool, but liquid nitrogen is really difficult to get. So let's try a recipe that you can do at home. Now that we're back in the kitchen, let me tell you what you will need. You're going to need ice, creamer, ice cream salt, vanilla, sugar, and 2 different size plastic bags.
If you want to make this recipe at home, ask an adult to help you get to our website. Pour the creamer, sugar, and vanilla into the small bag, and the ice and salt into the large bag.
And now for the best part. You take the little bag and you put it in the big bag
You lock it up and you get to shake it.
As the ice melts, salt water starts to form inside the bag. The temperature of the ice-salt mixture continues to decrease instead of increasing because the salt water is much colder than fresh water. As a result, the temperature in the bag is low enough to change the ice cream mixture from a liquid to a solid.
Let's taste it. Now that's tasty. I hope you're feeling a little less stuck at home, and see you next time.
Thanks for exploring with us.
See you next time.
For more information, ask an adult to help you get to our website at californiasciencecenter.org/FunLabTV. See you there.